The silence is broken. 𝗪𝗛 Duggar has walked away from the marriage she once vowed to protect. Years of scandal, faith, and quiet suffering have led to one final, irreversible decision. Josh Duggar, once shielded by loyalty, now faces the collapse of a bond forged in the public eye. This isn't just a divorce, it's the end of a legacy and the rise of a woman reclaiming her voice. 𝗪𝗛 Duggar, who has been a household name through her reality TV presence and upbringing in a highly visible, faith-centered family, has taken a decisive and deeply personal step. She has officially filed for divorce from her husband Josh Duggar. This news marks not just a legal formalization, but the end of a chapter shaped by public examination, private foundations of faith, together with personal triumphs and tragedies that unfolded both behind closed doors and under spotlights. Negotiating a decision of this magnitude involves more than paperwork. It reveals layers of human complexity, marriage vows made with sincerity, the fragile ties of forgiveness under scrutiny, and the internal reckoning that accompanies growth. This divorce, as friends and insiders describe, is neither sudden nor simplistic. Instead, it is the culmination of a gradual, painful process where the weight of their shared history met the realities of evolving personal identity, familial responsibility, and mental health priorities. From those close to the couple, the announcement has triggered a mix of sorrow and sober acceptance. 𝗪𝗛 has long been described by family members as steady, gentle, unwavering in her convictions. That same steadfastness, they say, has guided her through many seasons. Yet she has arrived at a point where staying together no longer felt nurturing to her heart or supportive of her children's environment. 𝗪𝗛's choice came with determination. Sources intimate that she recognized early that continuing the marriage, even with hope of healing, risked trading peace for pretended unity. She has a deep capacity to forgive, a confidant shared too. 𝗪𝗛 Duggar's recent decision to file for divorce from Josh Duggar marks a turning point not only in her personal life, but in the public narrative that has surrounded the Duggar family for years. What began as a love story intertwined with conservative Christian values and a shared commitment to family has reached a solemn and reflective chapter, one defined not by public scandal, but by quiet resolve, emotional clarity, and a mother's decision to prioritize healing and safety. For over a decade, 𝗪𝗛 and Josh's relationship unfolded in front of millions. Their marriage was both celebrated and scrutinized on national television and across media platforms, as the Duggar family rose to prominence through their TLC reality series. In the early years, 𝗪𝗛 stood by Josh's side with grace and loyalty. She bore the brunt of public judgment when past allegations against Josh resurfaced, followed by revelations of infidelity and deeper personal misconduct. Her decision to remain with him at the time, while controversial, was seen by many as a testament to her faith and her belief in the power of redemption. But time, as many close to 𝗪𝗛 now say, has brought a different kind of clarity. A clarity shaped not by pressure, but by pain. Not by the expectations of others, but by her own understanding of what forgiveness can and cannot fix. In the months leading up to the divorce filing, 𝗪𝗛 reportedly underwent a quiet transformation. She grew more introspective, engaging in personal counseling and leaning into a trusted support system of family members and women who had experienced similar upheavals in their own relationships. She's not bitter, one close family friend explained. She's heartbroken, but she's also brave. This wasn't about revenge. This was about peace. Those familiar with the situation stress that 𝗪𝗛's decision wasn't impulsive. In fact, it was long in the making. After years of struggling to reconcile public statements with private pain, 𝗪𝗛 came to accept a hard truth. The foundation of her marriage was no longer aligned with her values, and staying meant compromising the emotional stability she wanted for herself and her children. Josh Duggar's emotional response was, by many accounts, profound. Witnesses close to him said he wept openly when he learned that 𝗪𝗛 had reached her decision. These weren't simply tears of loss, they were tears of reckoning. Josh, who has faced both legal consequences and public backlash for past actions, was said to be overwhelmed not just by the dissolution of his marriage, but by the realization of what had been lost: trust, unity, and the future they once imagined. This is not just a story of separation. It's a story of reflection. Josh's tears are, in a sense, a mirror of his journey, a journey that has forced him to confront his actions, his reputation, and now his role as a father separated from his wife. For their 7 children, Anna has reportedly committed to shielding them from the turbulence of public discourse. She wants stability, not spectacle. Sources confirm she is seeking legal arrangements that prioritize the children's emotional well-being, and she continues to uphold the values of kindness and respect, even toward Josh, so that her children never feel caught between loyalty and love. Family reactions have been varied, yet largely compassionate. Some Duggar relatives, who once encouraged reconciliation, have expressed quiet support for Anna's decision. "She's endured more than most people will ever know," said one cousin who requested anonymity. "But she's doing what's best for her kids now. And that's the kind of mother she is, always thinking of them first." Public opinion has been predictably split. While many fans have expressed empathy and support for Anna's strength, others still struggle with the seeming contradiction between her past forgiveness and her current decision. But experts on trauma and relationships affirm that this contradiction is, in fact, natural. Forgiveness doesn't always mean staying, explained Dr. Lillian Brandt, a family therapist who works with survivors of relational trauma. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do, for yourself and your children, is walk away from a situation that no longer fosters trust. This decision, then, is not one of defeat, but of discernment. Anna is not rejecting her values, she is reinterpreting them. She is embodying a deeper kind of courage, the kind that doesn't seek approval, but peace. The kind that knows when to hold on and when to let go. Josh, for his part, is said to be engaging with spiritual mentors and attempting to process the consequences of his actions more fully than before. Those close to him say he is committed to undergoing counseling, although whether this will translate into meaningful transformation remains to be seen. For now, the focus remains on accountability, a word frequently echoed by those supporting Anna's path. In the weeks since the announcement, Anna has kept a low profile. She has not given interviews, nor has she issued any dramatic public statements. Instead, she has focused on her children, her faith, and her future. Her silence, some say, speaks volumes. It is the silence of someone who no longer feels the need to explain herself to the world. It is the silence of someone who has spent years listening to the needs of others, and is now finally listening to herself. Legal filings indicate that Anna is pursuing a divorce that is both respectful and protective. She is not seeking vengeance or public sympathy. She is not attempting to dismantle Josh's role as a father, but she is asserting her right to rebuild her life on terms that serve her well-being. She is redefining what strength looks like, not as endurance without limits, but as the willingness to change course when the path becomes too painful to follow. Supporters across social media have responded with admiration and encouragement. Many have called Anna a role model for other women navigating the difficult terrain between loyalty and self-preservation. Others, particularly women from conservative faith communities, have said her decision is helping them reevaluate their own definitions of marriage, grace, and personal worth. Indeed, what Anna's journey reveals is that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers in the quiet hours of the night. Sometimes it prays with trembling hands. Sometimes it files legal papers with tears on the edge of resolve. Anna Duggar has chosen that strength, and in doing so, she offers a new kind of witness. One not built on the illusion of perfection, but on the authenticity of growth. One that shows us how to mourn a marriage while still honoring its memories. One that proves love can remain even as a relationship ends. In the coming months, Anna's story will continue to unfold, but perhaps not in the public way it once did. She appears committed to crafting a quieter, more grounded life, one centered not on public narratives, but on private healing. And in that, She is writing a new chapter not only for herself, but for the countless women who look to her and whisper, if she can choose peace, maybe I can too.